For over a decade, Chelsea's midfield has defined its greatest moments. Think Lampard's goals, Makelele's shield, Essien's power, Kante's engine. But somewhere along the way, that dominance faded. Endless signings, huge spending, yet no true identity. Now, under a new ownership, a young core is emerging in Seoul. Fernández, Moisés Caicedo, and Cole Palmer. 3 players, 3 stories, 1 big question: can they really bring Chelsea back to the top? Grab your T-smash like button for the algorithm, and let's break it all down. Before we talk about today, we have to respect where we came. From under Mourinho's first era, Chelsea's midfield was feared. Makelele sat deep and did the dirty work, the original defensive midfielder that made the Makelele role famous. Ahead of him, Lampard broke goal-scoring records. Ballack brought steel and class. Essien was a monster, and Mikel offered calmness and cover when needed. That midfield was balanced: destroyers, passers, leaders, goal threats. It was built on work rate and tactical discipline. Fast forward to today, and fans have longed for that same balance. But modern football is different. It demands midfielders who can do everything: press, pass, carry, create, even score. After the glory years, the midfield gradually fell apart. Conte arrived and delivered back-to-back titles, one with Leicester, one with Chelsea, but since then, it's been a revolving door. Jorginho came in, brilliant in possession, but exposed when pressed. Kovacic dazzled in dribbles, but offered little goal threat. Kante's injuries piled up. Loftus-Cheek never truly kicked on. It always felt like patchwork, and with every new manager, the plan changed again. Under Lampard's first spell, it was youth over experience. Under Tuchel, it was control over chaos. Under Potter, it was confusion over consistency. The result: no identity, no cohesion, and a midfield that couldn't cope with top teams pressing high and breaking lines. Then came the Bowley era: money, big promises, and record fees. Chelsea paid more than £100 million for Enzo Fernández in January 2023, fresh off his World Cup triumph with Argentina. 6 months later, they smashed that record for Moisés Caicedo, £115 million to Brighton, a club known for smart recruitment and player development. It wasn't just about big money, it was about building a new core. The idea: get 2 of the best young midfielders in the world, lock them down for 8 years, and build a team around them. Risky, of course, but that's Chelsea now. Young, bold, sometimes chaotic, but with sky-high potential. Let's get geeky for a minute. The numbers prove why these 2 were so wanted. Enzo averages over 85 passes per game, among the highest in the league for a midfielder. His long pass completion is elite. His progressive passes ranked top 5 in the Premier League. Caicedo: the season under Brighton, he was top 3 for tackles and interceptions, with over 2.5 progressive carries per game. That's rare. A player who can win the ball and break lines in one move. Add Cole Palmer to the mix. Not a traditional midfielder, but a modern creator. He's averaged a goal or assist almost every other game, with more than 4 shot-creating actions per 90. For a young player adapting from City's academy to Chelsea's chaos, that's huge. Palmer is special because he breaks the pattern. He's not static. He drifts wide. He drops deep. He finds half spaces that defenders hate. Unlike classic wingers who hug the touchline, Palmer pulls midfielders out of shape, creating pockets for Enzo to hit killer passes, or Caicedo to drive into space. That's why his goals feel inevitable. He's in the right place at the right time. At City, he never got this freedom. Chelsea gave him the keys, and he is repaying that faith by becoming their difference maker when games get tight. On paper, Chelsea play a 4-2-3-1, but in reality, it's fluid. Off the ball, Caicedo sits deepest, screening the back 4. Enzo plays slightly ahead, linking defense and attack. Palmer drifts between the lines. When Chelsea press, Enzo pushes higher. Caicedo covers the counter. It's a triangle that shifts with the ball, simple but effective when they stick to it. Against teams that sit deep, Palmer drops in to overload the midfield. This pulls a defender or holding mid with him, opening space for Pedro Neto or Joe Pedro to run in behind. The fullbacks Gusto, James, or Cucurella push high to pin back wingers, giving Enzo more passing options. It's not perfect yet, but it's miles ahead of the chaos from last season. No rebuild is perfect, and this one has risks. First, depth. If Caicedo gets injured, who breaks up play? Romeo Lavia. He's barely played due to injuries. If Enzo is out, who dictates the tempo? And if Palmer dips in form, who steps up creatively? Then there's the age factor. This midfield is young. Enzo is 23, Caicedo 23, Palmer 23. They'll make mistakes, and big games are brutal. Champions League nights, title run-ins. These are moments where experience can't be bought overnight. And tactically, they still struggle when pressed aggressively. When teams like Liverpool or City squeeze high, Chelsea can get overrun. That's where leadership and composure matter most. Chelsea's midfield puzzle isn't just about the big three. Andres Santos, loved by fans for his work rate, could be sold if a big bid comes. Lavia, if fit, could push for a starting role. Isugo and Pius is talented, but needs games. Next season, Chelsea will likely play 50 games if they're back in Europe. Rotation is key. Depth is not just luxury, it's survival. One bad injury, run, and the midfield balance can collapse, like we've seen too many times before. So, what does success really mean for this trio? Top 4, a cup, a serious title push. For me, success is consistency. Chelsea fans can accept growing pains. What they can't accept is watching another season where the team doesn't look like it has an identity. If Enzo controls games, Caicedo protects the back line, and Palmer keeps delivering match-winning moments, Chelsea will be competitive. The fans want trophies, but this season might be about laying the foundation for something bigger, a young core that can dominate for the next 5 years. So now, over to you, the true Blue Army. Is this the midfield that can restore Chelsea's fear factor? Who would you add? Who needs to step up? And where do you see us finishing if this trio stays fit and firing? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more Chelsea content, and share this with a mate who still thinks Enzo is overrated. They need to see the vision. Thanks for watching Up the Chels, and here's hoping this midfield can make Stamford Bridge rock again, after winning Club World Cup and Conference League last season.